guys in here. Okay, for the parents, you guys come in and take pictures.
Alright guys, let's set her up with the backdrop. We do like the shorter guys in the front. Hold on, I need to take my shirt. Looks like on the back.
Yeah, we're almost bringing another one. I don't think you're any second. Oh, yeah. Vinny, you're the only one laying in. Oh.
Can we get everybody to take one step to the left? Get you in the back end with your right away. Right there. And then next guy over to your right away. Yeah, scoot in. Back left, bro. Right there. Perfect. Alright. Get over here. 1, 2. Okay, let's do one more. 1. Parents are good?
Smile. We don't smile.
Parents good? Alright, thanks guys.
Thank you, Jeff. Nice to meet you. We got you and Tom. Tom. Pete. Saw you, brother. We'll have you guys come right up here. We go.
Yeah,
I love it.
I love it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to announce, or to welcome, I should say, the Dallas Tigers club organization to the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals. Pleasure having you guys here. Glad you made your way over. We're joined by the 13U coach of the Dallas Tigers, Chad Polk, and Tommy Delaney. Guys, thanks for showing up.
Guys, thanks for coming out today. Tommy, let me start with you. What's been the feeling like around the team getting ready for this tournament?
It's really fun, and we like playing together and having fun playing baseball.
Coach, how's the team been performing in practice leading up to this?
Energy's high for our guys. They enjoy these travel moments when we go to these World Series, and they expect to win and compete. So energy, focus has been at an all-time high, and I like where our guys are at.
Now, where are some of the cities you guys have been to so far this year?
Atlanta, Memphis, and Houston.
What's it been like coming here this year?
We had fun playing in our last tournament here and hanging out and being a good team.
Have you guys been to this facility before, or is this your first time here?
We've been here before.
Okay, so I won't ask you about what it's like from back here, all that stuff. But Coach, let me ask you, what's a lot of great baseball comes out of Texas. What sort of standard are you guys trying to set, achieve, live up to with your program?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty simple. We live by player development, but we want to go get the best athletes and go compete around the country, and that's what we've done with this group of kids. But not only that, we want to grow up and compete in life, compete in school, and compete in the games. They played some pretty salty games throughout the season down in Houston, in Memphis, Tennessee. And then last time we were here in Atlanta a month ago, it was just a lot of gutsy effort.
Tommy, I'll direct this question to you. What's the kind of the state of mind, mentality, attitude right now of the team coming into this week?
To win it,
Can you elaborate?
to play good baseball and have fun winning the tournament.
So in order to win it and have, to take home that championship, what are you guys going to need to do to do that?
Hit good, feel good, play good baseball.
What are some things you've been working on specifically in practice to get ready for this tournament?
Different fielding and making all the plays.
What are some things you've learned in past tournaments that maybe you need to work on and improve on in order to win the championship here?
Execute on all the plays.
Coach, just talk to me a little bit about the competition is outstanding at this event. There's teams from all over the country. What does it mean for you guys to be representing Texas, Dallas area, the Tigers program, amongst all this talent and all these teams from all over the country?
Well, I'll extend on what Tommy just said, or what he was trying to get across, which is the word execute. And we get a ton of reps, and the first thing he said was win it. And to elaborate on that is that when we come into a tournament, we expect it to be the championship game. Whether we win or lose, there's two good teams there probably. Whether we win or lose, it's about did we execute well and was it a good game. So on a national level, I go back to the player development and I go back to competing on a national level. These kids get it, and they expect when they walk in, they make a trip to Atlanta, they expect to be in the championship game and have a chance. So we'll see what works out. But what Tommy was trying to explain is that just the execution based on the talent that's in the tournament, the team that executes, throws competitive pitches, has quality at-bats, gets runners over, manufactures a run, makes all the routine plays and a couple of great plays, those are usually the teams that are in those championship games. They're playing their best baseball.
So last question, Coach. From a coach's perspective, what is the attitude, mentality of the team heading into this week?
Just like what I just said, and elaborating again, extending what Tommy said. We don't travel out of town just trying to come get games, our kids, they expect to be in the championship game. And more often than not it works out. But at the same time, that's what they expect to do. They look around at each other like, go win this thing.
Tommy, now that the season's coming closer to an end, you've played for a while, have you achieved the goals and things you strive for this season? Have you achieved all the things you guys wanted to achieve?
Yes.
And could you elaborate a little more on that? Some of the things you have achieved?
Yeah, I wanted to become a better all-around player and improve my all-around game.
And then lastly, what do you like most about playing with this team and in this program?
It's fun on and off the field, hanging out with my teammates, and on the field and off the field.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
The man of the little words.
Will you elaborate? Have fun.
All right, so we're back to our last coverage of the 2017 from the Utah Baseball Academy. We're here with the Dallas Tigers. Dallas Tigers are taking us home.
I mean, as far as we can try to execute and passion.
Last year, East took home the club trophy. What does your team need to do to make sure that you're part of the Dallas Tigers club and that they can take this trophy this year?
We play our hearts out.
We're here in Georgia, the area known for baseball. How do you put Dallas on the map? What kinds of things do you want? What do you want people to know about Dallas Tigers baseball?
Play as a team and we play hard as a team. So
summer. It's been a long season. What kind of things have you guys done to kind of take some pressure off the league?
Well, we basically just hang out a lot. Sorry, we're big friends.
What kind of things do you do off the field?
Like answer
Who's the fastest of the people?
Oh, him right there.
Okay. He wins every time.
Oh, no. Josh. He's the one that's
Not you. Yeah, I'd like to do some of the street.
I'm
Fair enough. When you're traveling over here, going to play some of the best teams across the league, what was your kind of thought process?
well, I'm trying to play my best where I can put my team in and watch it so they can play their best.
Have you ever, whether or not you live this struggle, what do you want to see?
If we win or lose, we can come out and play as hard as we can and leave. If we have to figure it out, we can leave and let them get it.
Well, thank you. Well, good luck this week.
Thanks.
Switch out the headset here. Mr. Jones, we got. So, talking to you today, talking about how you guys take some pressure off the field. What's maybe your most favorite hobby other than baseball?
Probably go karting. That's what we like to do a lot. It's kind of fun.
And is it Dallas that is a baseball club? Would they be a racing club or no
Football team.
probably a football team. Why did you end up choosing baseball instead of football or basketball?
I play both those sports, but I just like to, have the best experience I can in all the sports. And one day it's going to run out, and I get to play all of them. So I have the best experience in everything I can do.
What's your favorite part about baseball?
I just competing every day, and just playing with my best friends and all that. So,
What position do you play?
third, first, second,
Everything in the outfield. Sometimes. How do you learn some of the skills of the positions across the back?
watching all these guys, best players in Mexico, best players in Texas, just learning from them every day. Coach Chad helps us out every day.
Is Texas baseball better than New York baseball?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
That's a political range. I love you guys. Well, thanks. Good luck this week. Media Day continues on here at the East Coast Baseball. East Coast Saturday. We come back, we'll have more from Media Day. Get it later.
That's all I said was I thought even at running back. You achieved all your goals this year? Yes.
Yeah, I would have.
Yeah. guys can come up in here.
Let's see how they do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this moment real quick to thank you for making the way all the way from Colorado, the Slammers, the 12U team. Welcome to the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals, guys. Very happy to have you here. Looking forward to seeing you play some great ball. We're joined by Coach Darren Carr and Connor Cholise. Guys, thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for having us. Connor, I'll start with you. What's this trip been like so far coming east to Georgia for this tournament?
Well, it's kind of different. I've never been here. And back in Colorado, there's no humidity or anything like that. So even batting practice for less than an hour I was really getting sweaty.
Coach, is that something you're kind of, I don't want to say worried about, but getting them used to the conditions? Because it's going to be like this pretty much the next 3 or 4 days. Is there any concern about them being in the humidity really for the first time like this?
Yeah, we talked to them about pitching in defense and making sure when we're on the defensive end that we're getting out of those innings quickly. So we're not on the field for long periods of time. So it can be a concern, but with this group, I think they'll be just fine mentally.
How do you feel the season has gone so far for your team?
Well, our season's been up and down, but mostly up. And overall, when we win as a team, and when we lose as a team. So that's what I like about it.
What do you think has been one of the highlights for your team so far this year?
Probably traveling out to Cooperstown, and we played really well there. And just we were having fun playing our best.
What positions do you play?
I play left field, and then I sometimes pitch.
How do you think you've improved this year as a player?
I've improved by going to get the ball instead of just waiting and just letting the ball play me.
Coach, how's the team, in your opinion, looking coming into this tournament?
Team's playing well. We've got our ups and downs, like Connor said, but I think we're ready to play some of the best competition in the nation. I think we're physically ready to go. I think mentally we'll be at our best here. It's the last tournament of the year, so I'm expecting a lot out of these guys.
Connor, question for you. Just talk to me a little bit about what the attitude, mentality of the team is right now going into this week.
We're really ready because, like I said, when we went to Cooperstown, we played really well. And we know the competition is big here.
In order for you guys to be able to take home that championship back to Colorado, what are some of the things you're going to have to be really good at?
We can't have any off games. We have to be playing our baseball. If we don't, the other teams will.
Talk a little bit about some of the things you guys have been working on in practice to kind of prepare and get ready to head out to Georgia.
Practicing faster pitching and just playing our faster games. You know, teams here are a lot different than Colorado teams.
Coach, for you, just talk a little bit about what it means to you, your team, to be representing the Slammers, the state of Colorado, here in Georgia, at East Cobb, with all these great teams that are going to be here.
Absolutely. When we were invited, it was a huge honor. This is our team. We have one player that we added to depth. We're glad to have him this week. But this is the Slammers Wild 12U team as a whole. It was an honor for Slammers to invite us to come down and let me bring my team. East Cobb, this area of Georgia is a hotbed of baseball. We know that, so we're excited to be here. We're excited to face the best competition, and we've been looking forward to it. This is the last tournament, like I said. It's kind of a highlight of our year, this in Cooperstown.
And from a coach's perspective, what's the kind of the overall mentality, attitude of the team coming in this week?
You know, we talk about a lot just playing what we call wild baseball. We don't care about wins and losses. If we play wild baseball, that generally takes care of itself. So we're a big pitching and defense first team, and if we can mix in a few hits, we like our chances.
And Coach, you said this is the last tournament of the year. Has your team lived up and accomplished what the goals that you set at the start of the season for them?
Yeah, you know, I want to make sure our goals are attainable. I want to make sure the expectations aren't too high for 12-year-old baseball. Absolutely. I think going out to Cooperstown and playing the way we played there, we've hit our goals. As you know, baseball's up and down. So hopefully we can end this on a high note and just play wild baseball.
And then Connor, what is your favorite part about playing with the Slammers organization?
Well, I've had. Well, yeah, the coaches are really nice, and like with Slammers and all, they know when to be serious and they know when it's time to just have fun, and that's what I like. And the coaches back at our facility, they're trained us to know what we're going to do, just play every situation.
Coach, last question for you. I know it's a little bit similar to Cooperstown in some ways, but you're also here. You're playing teams from all over the country. You got teams from Oregon, Texas, Georgia as well. What's this experience going to be like, do you think, for your team getting to play against all these other teams from all around the country?
You know, for the players, it's fantastic. This is the start of the exposure piece to high-level baseball. Getting exposed to high-level teams from all over the country, getting exposed to high-stress situations that we may face. This is a start for these guys to start learning how to work through those situations and manage those and make sure these games aren't too big for them. So from a foundational point of view, this is fantastic for the entire team. Hopefully we'll start laying that foundation for bigger, better tournaments as they get older and travel the nation playing baseball. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Got it. On it, Mama. On it. Okay.
Ready, bud? All right, we ask a few questions. You guys ready to play some ball? All right, good. All right, David, play grab here, guys. Kids, rest of you around here.
Don't push this because they're videoing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you on behalf of Triple Crown for joining us at the 2017 U.S. Club Nationals. Pleasure having you all here. Thanks for making your way all the way down from Colorado. We're honored. We're looking forward to seeing you guys play some baseball. We're joined by the Slammers 10U coach, David Stewart, and also joining us up here at the podium is Blake Johnson. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Guys, thanks for coming out. Blake, let me start with you. Have you been to Georgia before?
No.
So
This is my first time.
here. So what do you think of the humidity? It's kind of hot here, huh?
Yeah.
Have you had batting practice yet?
Yeah, we had batting practice a couple of weeks ago.
Pretty sweaty out there after batting practice like that?
Yeah.
What positions do you play?
I play second base, pitcher, and outfield.
What's your best position?
Outfield.
Outfield? How have you gotten better this year? What do you think you've been better this year than you did before?
Fielding.
Fielding? How did you get better at fielding?
Ground balls, fly balls, working. I threw a tennis ball against Iceland to work on ground balls and fly balls.
How has your team been getting ready to come out for this tournament? I know you've been practicing, but what all have you been doing in practice to get ready?
Hitting, fielding, pitching, pickoffs, and stuff.
Okay. Coach, how's the team looking so far?
Good. Good. We've had a really very successful season, I think. More successful than I think we as a coaching staff expected. So I'm excited that this is how we're going to finish our season.
What do you think has led to that success?
Just a great sense of team. I think there's a bunch of kids that really like each other. We ask them to come have fun every day, work harder than everybody else, and support each other. And that's something that they have taken to heart, and they do all the time. They pick each other up, and so it's been easy to play, I think, with this group of kids.
You talk about that sense of team. Is that something that has most impressed you about this team this year?
Without question. Without question.
Coach, question for you. The Slammers were in the inaugural U.S. Club Nationals last year. Did you guys talk to any of those teams and try to get some advice or maybe some things that you can do to try to deal with the humidity or anything that maybe they learned last year from being here?
We did, and I'm not sure you can prepare for it, to be honest with you. We had heard of some teams that were practicing in sweaters, and we didn't quite go that far. But it's been warm. I mean, we played the last 3 weekends. We were in Omaha, I think 3 weekends ago, and then the last 2 weekends have been fairly warm in Colorado. So can't simulate the humidity, the heat we've had, but we'll see what happens. It's what we've talked about, is it not being any sort of excuse, right? We're playing early, thank goodness, in most games, and so for us, it's just going to be come out and execute and have a good time.
Blake, question for you. Just talk to me a little bit about the attitude and the mentality of the team has right now coming into this week.
Excitement, fun, like happy, wanting to win.
So in order to win and to take home that championship back to Colorado, what are some of the things that you guys as a team will have to do really well to accomplish that goal?
Hitting, fielding, pitching, not giving up walks.
That sums it up.
The last question for you, Coach, is talk a little bit about what it means to you personally, your players, your team, about representing the Slammers, representing Colorado really in this event with teams from all over the country and some of the top competition around the country.
Sure. And there was, we had the option, we were offered the option to come last year, but I didn't think that we were ready as a team. And I think we as a team have grown significantly in the past year. And so I'm very comfortable with us here. I want these boys to experience, well, just that. I want to give them as many experiences, and certainly in the framework of baseball, if we can do it in that direction, to simulate many of the experiences that I had growing up, but to give it to them at 10, and hopefully appreciate it, and basically come here and have fun. There's not much more work we can put in to get any better. We are what we are, and hopefully they'll just come here and have fun for the week.
And then Blake, what is your favorite part about playing on the Slammers team and in the Slammers organization?
Being with my teammates, having fun with them.
And what are you most excited for in this last week here at the U.S. Club Nationals?
Playing baseball.
Hopefully winning, right?
Appreciate it. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Building, hitting,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Triple Crown Sports, I want to thank you all for coming and joining us for the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals. Joining us all the way from Toronto, Canada, you guys. Thanks for coming all the way down from Toronto. That is fantastic. We're glad to have you guys here. We appreciate it. We're joined by the 14U Fieldhouse Pirates coach, Jordan Windish. Also joining us up here is Adam Cherapaka, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, guys. I know that the organization has been strong in the older age for a while, and you're kind of rolling out a youth aspect. You guys are kind of right in the middle. Just give me a little bit of a sense of how exciting it's been to watch the Pirates evolve that younger product, because you guys are kind of mentors for them. I'm just kind of curious what it's like to kind of watch it grow.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very exciting. Obviously, having the younger teams helps us feed into our older programs and really develops these guys at a young age. I know when we get down here, a lot of those programs have the younger teams to develop those players. So it's been great to have that development process right from the start. So,
and what do you think about the job of being a mentor and kind of showing the way to the younger guys?
I think it's cool. I think we get to show that. We get to try to improve to get to where we are. We get to try to improve to where the older guys are.
I know another thing that's kind of relevant to you guys is going in and getting out of town and playing, some American baseball, you know what I mean, against those clubs and organizations, and learning and growing, kind of with your eyes open. Is that part of the process for you?
Big time. I mean, when we come down here, it's a great experience for our guys to really see the talent that they're competing against to move to the next level. That's what we want to build as a program. Give these guys a chance to really grow and play those teams that they're going to play against, or kids that they're going to play against when they get to the next level.
What's your take on that?
Yeah, it's fun. These are the guys we're going to be playing against, competing for schools, and the best players in the world.
How many more things do you guys have on your schedule?
We have one more tournament in next week.
So this is getting close to the end. It's a chance to play competition from every corner of the continent, pretty much. You guys get a little competitive juice going here just to kind of see what might happen.
Big time, yeah. I mean, anytime we come down to these tournaments, we want to compete, and that's our goal. And we work all off season long to come down here and really compete and show what we can do, especially from Canada. So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, we definitely want to push ourselves and improve ourselves. We want to show that we can play too.
Coach, has your team been down East Coast before? You guys played here before?
Never.
Have you guys been to Georgia before?
On my own, but never as a team.
Okay, so a lot of first time being here. Historically, this facility, this area is known for its baseball. Some of the best major league guys, best current college players have come through here, stepped on this field. What does it mean to you as a coach and for your team to play here?
I mean, it's an amazing experience. We come down here and the facility here is beautiful. The organization that the tournament's put on, and having the ability to really just kind of work through all things like this, it's been a great experience for our guys. And so, being at a place where there's so many major leaguers and so many college guys, I mean, it's really special.
And same question to you is from a player's perspective. What does it mean to be playing in a place like this?
It's cool. We get to try and show ourselves and see what we can do against these guys.
I don't know if you guys have humidity in Toronto. Maybe not quite like down here, but what are your thoughts on that? How are you going to kind of deal with the heat and the humidity that Georgia has?
It's definitely hot down here, that's for sure. I mean, we got some hot days up in Canada, but this is a different level. Right? We've been playing in, we've had a couple tournaments down in Indiana. So we've been playing in the heat a little bit throughout the summer. So I think our guys are used to it, but obviously staying hydrated for these guys is going to be important this week.
For both of you guys, what is it going to take this week for you guys to walk away with the championship?
You know, I think for our program, we just need to come down here and just play hard. You know, we don't get the opportunity to play a lot of these top teams all the time throughout the year, so we don't know a lot about them, right? So for us, it's just coming down here, you know, doing our thing, executing on a regular basis, and seeing what happens.
And what is your favorite part about playing baseball in Canada and playing baseball for this organization?
Well, playing baseball in Canada is kind of cool because there's not a lot of people who do it. You get to kind of prove yourself, try to play against the Americans and see how we go against them because we're not known to play baseball, so we get to kind of show ourselves and see what we can do.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity quickly to thank the Slammers for joining us at the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals. Very honored to have you guys here, coming all the way down from Colorado. Thank you to the Slammers. We're joined by 13U coach Mark Holzer. Also joining us up here, Brant Grable. Guys, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
Brant, I'll start with you both. First, both of you. Thanks for coming out, Brant.
Thanks for having us.
Is this your first time coming out to Georgia?
Well, we've been earlier this year at Lake Point, and we've been in this tournament last year.
Okay. So, what did you learn about playing in the heat and humidity last year that you're able to bring to this year's tournament?
Well, we just have to really get used to it. And last year, those two buckets for us, and I feel like this year we're going to a lot better.
How do you feel this season's gone for your team?
I feel it's gone good. There's been ups and downs, but I feel like we're ready for this.
Personally, how do you feel you've developed as a baseball player this year?
I feel like our coach has helped us tremendously this year grow as people and athletes.
Well, I know Coach is a very humble person. Coach, I'll ask you this now. What's this team been like to work with this year?
This team's been really good to work with this year. We really appreciate everything they've done, and they've really come out and played hard all season.
Honestly, they've, like I said, we've dealt with some injuries this year as we deal with the 13-year-old kids, and you know, we've had some kids with broken wrists. We had a kid with an elbow issue. You know, the kids going through the body changes they go through at 13. We battled through some stuff, so it's been a good season. Really good.
The voice changes as well at 13.
We're still waiting on that on some of the guys on the team, as you can tell.
What's been most impressive to you about this team this year? What's most impressive?
Well, the one thing these guys always do is they don't ever give up. So they battle all the way through. Always, like I said, we battled through injuries and everything this year, and they just keep battling.
Brent, a question for you. Talk a little bit about what the team's attitude, mentality has coming into this week.
We're not intimidated about you guys. We're just ready to
everyone is passionate enough to right.
What in order for Slammers to take home the championship from here, what are some things you guys think will be really good at?
We need to not give away any ABs, and we're going to have to play some good in the field, but our pitchers have to go straight.
And Mark, the last question for you. I know you guys were down here last year. You probably learned a lot. You saw the competition. anything different did you guys do to prepare to come back this year? Is there anything that you learned last year? And the second question is, did you then go and tell some of the other newer teams that are down here this year that weren't here last year?
You know, last year we came down here. It was the first time the guys were in Georgia. I think for them, for that experience, so I've been here a lot with our older guys, you know, maybe a little intimidated to see the whole thing, and they'd heard about Georgia and the heat and the players and all that. And, you know, we didn't do as well as we wanted to last year. We came back to the Perfect Game Tournament this year, did well, and so I think they've gotten past that. I think they're ready to go. And as far as, you know, the other teams, just told them, hey, I mean, you're not used to heat, and you can tell everybody that you want to about it, but until they get down here and experience this, just like with the BP today, I mean, the heat, it's different than Colorado. We don't have humidity like this in Colorado, so it's definitely different.
And last question to you, what is your favorite part about playing in the same organization and playing in this team specifically?
What would winning this tournament mean to your team to be able to take this championship back to Colorado?
I think it'd be huge, you know, for either any of our teams to do well and maybe win this, just from a standpoint that, you know, Colorado teams don't always get the recognition that some of the other states do. So for us, you know, to do well and to come back with a championship would be huge just for Colorado, just to let everybody know, hey, we got good baseball there as well. It's not just skiing.
What's this experience like for you guys? This is not just your team here, but it's all different age levels here from your organization this year. What's it like for you guys to have all the different age levels here?
I feel like they could reach out so much.
Yeah, I mean, we all train together during this year. So our older guys and younger guys, they train together. So these guys all know the kids. So it's cool to see them here. You know, we're going to cheer them on. Hopefully, like I said, things go well for us this week. Thank you.
Hey guys, oh, Mark.
We like to do
good. Mark, good. I'm great. Great. Beautiful day. It's awesome.
Mark, Colby's doing this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to welcome, coming all the way from Toronto, which is awesome, you guys. Thanks for making the trip down here to Toronto, the Fieldhouse Pirates, the 13-man team, coached by Vince Cambruzzi. Also joining us is Brian Kalilier. Guys, welcome to the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals. Very happy to have you guys down here. We're going to ask you a few questions.
Thank you for having us.
All right, for both of you, just chances are to get to the end of the tournament, and maybe one more after this. So it's a chance to kind of get your hands dirty with a wide mix of competition and some pretty good teams, just from a competitive and get after it standpoint. What's kind of going through your mind and what's your mindset coming in?
Well, for us, being from Canada, we love to do our research, make sure that everybody who's playing is, we've seen what they've got, stats-wise and player-wise and stuff like that. So we're ready. This is our last tournament of the year, so we're ready to just leave it all out on the field and go and take it as far as we possibly can.
What's your take on the competitive choices for life?
We're coming in to represent Canada. Not too many teams from Canada usually come out to these states, so we're just looking to represent.
I know that the organization has a history of older age baseball, but it's kind of a youth product is sort of a newer side. I'm not quite sure how long you've been together, a couple of years?
Yeah, I think just in terms of like 14 under, 13, 12, 11, 10 ages have all just really exploded in like the last 5 or 6 years. I think it's great. It's awesome to be able to teach all these young kids the skill sets of college baseball players. You can't really find that in a lot of places. There's just a few organizations from where we are that kind of do the same thing. And I think it's just beautiful, like teaching kids the right way to play from a young age. can't go wrong like that.
I know one thing that you guys are also real proud about your facility, which I think was kind of a beat up, bombed out thing when the guy got a hold of it. Tell me a little bit about what it's like in a town, in a city, in an area that doesn't have a lot of probably facilities that look like that. How much of an edge is it to have that facility?
It's always open, like there's always a chance for you to go in and get extra work, so it's very helpful in developing some player, so it's very helpful.
Yeah, just like he said, we're always open, and we have like a our fields are massive, so we have 3 lanes that you can hit with 2 cages in, and then if you open all the sliding fences that we have in the screen, pardon me, you can run a mass infield in there, and then even for the 13, 12, 10, and 11 ages, you can run like an outfield in there as well, just working on cuts, relays, and all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely.
Coach, in your players, or have you guys been to Georgia before, played in East Cobb, or is this the first time?
For all my players, first time, but for myself, I've been here one time before, played the East Cobb Astros. But I was 16, so that was about 10 years ago for me. So it's nice to be back in Georgia, nice to stay, love the sun, love the heat, love the fields out there. It's the first time I've been at this complex, so beautiful, just beautiful.
And just kind of elaborate a little bit about having your team play here. It has a lot of history. The aura behind East Cobb baseball, a lot of current MLB players played here. You know, talk a little bit about that, and now that the chance of your own players step on the same field.
Yeah, absolutely. So correct me if I'm wrong. Hayward, Brian, two other big Cubs that are. We were just at the Cubs game yesterday, actually, which is the Braves game. Watching the Cubs part of it. And yeah, I would love to see all of these names, you know, somewhere down the line, and on a roster that's big league or collegiate league, and then, you know, and then they can take the experiences that they learn from here and use them to continue to grow as they become college or pro ball players.
Ryan, question for you. Just talk a little bit about what the state of mind, mentality, attitude the team has right now coming into this tournament.
We're here to work. We're here to put everything together that we've been training on for the entire winter, and we're just trying to make it happen next week.
What are the things that you're going to have to execute well in order to take home the championship?
Defense is a major piece to execute, that'll help us. Defense and also putting good at-bats and putting together good innings where we score lots of runs, and that'll help us.
What's your favorite part about playing in this organization and then playing for a Canadian baseball team?
The facility, how it's always open, and how I can just go in there for hours on hours at a time and work with pitching or hitting or fielding. It's nice.
And then how often do you guys either travel down to the States to play?
So for our level, from 10 to 13, we play in a league called the Boys of Summer into New York. So we travel almost every weekend to New York and play. And then we've been down to Michigan, which was the start of our year in tournament, Ohio, Pittsburgh, Indiana, which we just got back from a week ago, and now here. So 5 times for about a week on end, and then every other weekend we're in Buffalo, which is nice. So we're well traveled, that's for sure. Absolutely.
What's it like for you guys to have so many teams for your organization here competing at the same time and really competing for an overall championship as well?
Well, first, it's an honor. It's an honor that you guys, you know, picked us as one of the teams from Canada or let us come down here and participate in such a great event. That's number one. And number two, it's just a testament to how hard these kids work, that they're competitive enough to come down here and that they've worked hard all winter in our facility just to get down here and be prepared for moments like this. So yeah, absolutely. Super proud of these guys. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely.
Good job. Just have Debbie pull push about
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us at the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals. Very honored to have you all here. Very honored to introduce the 13U Slammers coach, Colton Little, and also joining him up here at the table is Garrett Klein. Guys, thanks for being here with us.
Guys, thanks for coming out today. Garrett, I'll ask you first. Have you guys come to Georgia to play before in the past?
Unfortunately, we have not. This is our first time, so it's definitely really exhilarating to be here right now. It's hard to
Talk a little about the heat. I know it's it might get hot in Colorado, but you don't get the humidity quite like this. What's it been like trying to adjust to that?
Well, the main thing is to just have that mindset that it's not hot, because it always is hotter when you're thinking it's hot. So you just gotta think, it's just normal weather. You gotta keep your head focused on the game.
How's your team played so far this year? How do you feel they've played?
We've been on like a roller coaster all season, but recently we've got a new addition to the team. His name is Joe Boo. He's really brought us some luck, and over the last few tournaments, we've really climbed up there.
Since you added Joe Boo, what's your record as a team? You know?
Our record since we added Joe Boo is 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Really on a hot streak.
Really? Yeah. Really on a hot streak there. Coach, pre-Joe Boo and post-Joe Boo, how do you think your teams are playing so far this year?
We've done well. These kids are grinders. They grind it out each and every day in the facility and on the baseball field. We've had our ups and downs, like you said. It's been kind of a roller coaster, but the kids have been playing really well as of late, and we hope to continue that.
What's been the one thing that's really impressed you about this team this year?
The one thing that they all come together as a team. It's built of two teams coming into one, and so as of late, basically in the middle of the season till right now, they've really meshed as a team, became good friends, learned how to play baseball together, and you can see that it's been pretty fun to see.
How many tournaments have you guys been in this year so far?
20, 25.
What do you think has been, was there a turning point during the year where you realized, okay, we've got a really good team this year, or was there one moment where it seemed to click for you guys?
Yeah, I go back to when they finally figured out how to play as a team. You bring the two teams together, and you always have those headaches at the beginning of the season. But now, about the middle of the season till now, they've really come together, clicked, and grinded it out.
Do you think Joe Boo was a big part of those 3 wins more than was one loss? Or?
Yes, I really do. I mean, we all think that he is just a spiritual God, and since we have him in our minds, it really keeps us like we're the best. Like nobody can beat us, you know what I mean?
Now, in the end, they had to get rid of Joe Boo. They kind of discarded. Never mind. I'm just saying.
You know what movie they're talking about? Okay.
I'll hear a question for you. Just talk a little bit about what the team's attitude and mentality is coming into this week.
Mentality is that nobody can beat us. We're the best team here. We just gotta focus on doing the little things right, not making this like we don't want to make things too big. We want to just stay down and focus on we're playing baseball. We're just another game, another day at the office.
What are some things that you guys are going to need to really excel at in order to come down here and win the championship and take it back to Colorado?
One thing we're going to need to excel at is our pitching. We're definitely going to need to focus on throwing strikes, not blowing past anybody, trying to get our fielders to work, get some ground balls, fly balls, not trying to do too much.
Last question for you, Coach. I know we had the inaugural year of the U.S. Club National, we had a Slammer program down here, and I think they learned a lot, not only just about the competition, but about the humidity and heat. Did you guys get any advice from some of those teams and kind of use that in preparation for coming down here?
No, they kept it to themselves. No, I'm just kidding. No, they gave a bunch of the kids some advice. Obviously, drinking a lot of water, do all that good stuff. But it's the main message we're sending is baseball. Trying to forget about the heat, trying to forget about it's Georgia. Coming out here to play against the baseball.
And Garrett, the Slammer organization is one of the biggest clubs in Colorado. What's it like to play for this team in particular and the organization as a whole?
Playing for this team is awesome. I've known a lot of these guys for a while, so it's kind of easy to collaborate, work as a team, and it's been really awesome playing for them ultimately.
And then what are you looking forward to most in this next week?
One thing I'm looking forward to is playing good competition. All the teams here are very good and have proved that they're good. And I think it'll be a good test to us to prove how good we actually are.
Everybody wants to win, of course, but what other goals do you have for the team here as a tournament?
Obviously, championship is what we're coming out here to do. It's a business trip for us. But you know, it's also something to see what the rest of the country, Canada, I guess the rest of the world has to offer the baseball category. So we're just out here trying to play good baseball, you know, come out here and have a lot of fun. You know, fun is something that we try to present to the kids as much as possible, but on top of it, just competition, have fun, and try to win that championship.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals. Very honored to have you folks here. We appreciate the Fieldhouse Pirates making their way all the way down from Toronto, Canada, guys. Thanks a ton for that. Very honored to have you. We're joined here today by Coach Kelly Barkan, and also joining us up here from the 12U Fieldhouse Pirates, Jake Watson. Guys, thanks again for joining us.
Hi guys, thanks for your time. One thing I wanted to ask about was the youth development program, which is kind of, Fieldhouse Pirates a lot of older age stuff, but it's kind of blossoming in the younger ages. I think it's like a 26 or 28 week developmental grind that you guys do. Tell me a little bit about, from both perspectives, what that's like, how it makes you better, and how key is it to the Pirates as a whole. But you go first.
Okay. This is cool. I like how there's different practices. You can practice on pitching. There's a day for pitching, day for hitting, day for infield, day for outfield. I like how it all you can there's a little bit of everything. You can just practice every day. You practice every day for a long time. It gets you a lot better. So I like that.
Sounds like quite a thing, Coach, that develops the thing.
Yeah, so we have a 26-week program, and it starts in October, I think. And so we go over everything. We do our pitching, we do our hitting, we got our infield night, outfield night. So not everyone in the program is coming in at the same time. So we have all our infielders from 10U all the way to 18U in there at one night. And it really benefits seeing the young guys practice with the older guys, so it does benefit us a lot.
This event's a little unusual in that instead of just being like a bunch of 12 somewhere, you're with all your own teams, your organizations all together. You win a game that helps the bigger cause, or maybe it might be a little worse, I don't know, but it's an unusual kind of event. Tell me about what it's like to be all together.
Well, I mean, it's like they're like family. It's just there's a lot of team chemistry going through our team, and it's really good. I just like they're all my friends, and I just like how it's family.
It's awesome. It gives the younger guys a great experience to be with the older guys, and the older guys to be with the younger guys. All these younger guys look so much up to the older guys, right? And they want to be like them. And so it is nice to have everyone here together.
Last one for me is just the chance to play this competition. I think you guys are going out there trying to do this competition, getting better, but this is another level. What kind of is going through your mind to get the competitive juices going?
I just kind of like seeing where competition is, like how good are the teams down here, and it's just I like how we push ourselves to play like the teams that we're playing down here.
Yeah, the competition is really good, right? When we come down here, we always have to play our game, stick to our approach and all that, so it's good, yeah.
Talk a little bit about what your approach is and what your game is. What style or what brand of baseball do you guys play?
We strive on our defensive side of the game. Yeah, Yeah, basically just our defense, right? And start getting this.
Kind of hold their offense and see what you do. They're best.
Great. Jake, question for you, and then same thing, Coach. What does it mean to you guys, your teammates, you personally, to be representing Canada, Toronto, Canada baseball, and coming down here and playing against some of the best clubs from around the country? You know, what does that mean to you guys as you?
It's great. Like I like just showing what Canada can do and compete with teams down here.
Same question for you, Coach. Just kind of what it means to you to be down here representing Canada, representing Toronto, you know, Canada baseball, and playing against all these top U.S. clubs. You know, what does that mean?
It means a lot to us, right? So we're trying to branch out in the Canadian baseball world. We're trying to get bigger and better. And coming down to these tournaments really benefits us a lot. Yeah.
And Jake, what is your favorite part of playing with this organization?
Oh, I just like, we have a big facility that you can go whenever you want and work on our game. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun with your friends. It's fun to be on this whenever you want. It's great.
And then what are you looking forward to most this next week at the U.S. Club Nationals?
Playing baseball, playing the other teams. Playing, seeing what, just playing the other teams and seeing how good we can do against the other teams.
Everybody wants to win, of course, but other than winning, what are your goals for the team and for the organization coming in the tournament?
Getting better and getting these kids into college. It's not about the wins and losses now. It's about getting all 13 players better and achieving their goals.
Thank you very much.
He's gonna kick himself. He's like, I should have said this. Oh, of course, but in the moment. Yeah, I know. I couldn't do that. I did it with boys like,
Here, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Triple Crown Sports, we would like to welcome the Toronto Fieldhouse Pirates to the 2017 Triple Crown Sports U.S. Club Nationals. Thanks for making your way down from Canada. We're very appreciative of that. We're joined up here by the 10U Fieldhouse Pirates coach, Steve Gregg. Also joining us at the table is Cameron Cassis. Guys, thanks for being here. Thank you.
Guys, thanks a lot. Just a little, kind of curious on your take on the youth side of it. I know the Pirates have been involved in the older age space for quite a while, but there's been some efforts to roll out more of a youth product. Are you guys finding that to be at all challenging, just trying to make baseball relevant to the younger kids when maybe there's other sports and other things that they might think to do first?
Yeah, the big thing is we want to model clubs like the ones in the U.S. And we're really one of the main clubs that are starting from as young as 9 or 10 years old and working our way through to 18. And it's a development of being able to feed the older ages and become better in order for, obviously to get an education out of it or whatever it is as a developing sport. There's obviously challenges when you start with younger age groups, but the one thing I think that we differ from a lot of programs in Canada is that we train our kids at 10U the same way all the way along. That's a specific brand requirement that, whether it's bunt curvages or just how a catcher catches the ball, receives the ball, they're taught from 10 all the way to 18, and it's a really good fit. So I think for our first year as a club, I think we've probably exceeded our expectation. And we're on our way to feeding the system as we go to 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. So.
This will be a better question for both of you. What I wanted to ask is, you win a game that helps the older boys, They win a game that helps you with this event, because of how the points are working. just tell me a little bit about how that feels, what you do matters to the older boys.
Well, we've all been trained the same by the same coaches, and we all have faith in all our coaches, our training, so we just hope the best for them, and our coaches are trained as well, we're all
Absolutely. I mean, coming from a different country to a program or event like this, we have a huge amount of family and obviously teammates. And you know, one of the things we want to do is make sure we support each other as often as we can based on our schedule. And the cool thing is that these guys at 10 really look up to the 16, 17, 18-year-old kids in the program, and they actually help train them as well. So they want to see the older boys do well, and the older boys come out and cheer on the younger boys, and it makes them feel pretty special. So it's a great camaraderie, great clubhouse feel. So it's been good.
Cameron, question for you. What are some things you guys are really focusing on in practice to get ready for the U.S. Club Nationals? What do you think is the attitude, mentality of the team coming down here for this week?
Well, we're all happy and we're all happy to be the only Canadian team here this weekend. So we just want to do our best and put in our best efforts, and hopefully good things happen.
To kind of go off of that, Coach, you guys are down here representing Canada, Toronto, Canada baseball. What does it mean to you, to your players, parents, and families to be down here, representing the Fieldhouse Pirates in front of teams from all over the U.S. at this amazing facility?
Yeah, it's a good point. The facility is phenomenal. I mean, we have facilities up in Canada, but they're nothing compared to what you guys have here. So it's a privilege to play here, but the big thing is that, yeah, we are technically representing a country versus different states or different cities amongst many states, and it's a bit of a pride thing. So we want to make sure we show you Americans that we actually can play something other than hockey. We're pretty good baseball players too, so we're looking forward to the challenge. But definitely it's awestruck with a lot of the players coming to compete.
Coach, what does your team need to do to be successful in this upcoming tournament?
It's a saying that's been said many times. Offense wins games, defense wins championships. As Cameron said, the American teams can hit the ball. And our focus has always been on defense, but we have to have all of our game to play well and to compete and at least finish in the high seed so that we can make it to the championship round. But we've always focused on solid defense, and that's what we're going to continue. We've played a lot of American teams, high-level American teams, and we've played really good defense. But I think the big thing this week is we have to have our backs come out. That's the big thing.
And Cameron, what's your favorite part about playing for your team?
Well, I know this is the first year I've been here, and it's been pretty great training. These coaches know what they're talking about, and it's excelling me as a baseball player. I'm really thankful to have those coaches to notice some good things happening in my baseball career.
Coach, I know everybody wants to win at this level, of course, when it comes to the tournament, but what other goals do your team and organization have for this tournament?
It's all about continuing to get better and compete on a high level, on a high level event like this. We have come from a brand new team that has had kids come from all different areas with different types of training in baseball, and we have we've gone from being a good team to being a very good team over the last 4 or 5 months.
We've been training since September, and I'm so proud of all 11 of our players. Thankful for the Fieldhouse Pirates baseball club that they allow us to train in such great facilities. And the expectation is we want to. We would like to have the most points out of all of our teams, but I think that just to be able to help out and add to it is our main goal.
All right, the 11U Toronto Fieldhouse Pirates. You are welcome, and thank you very much for joining us at the 2017 Triple Crown Sports U.S. Club Nationals. Very excited to have you guys be a part of this tournament. We're joined right now by the 11U head coach, Tony Passeri, and also joining us up here at the table is Evan Millett. Guys, thanks very much for being here.
Thanks a lot, guys. I would imagine you're getting close to the end of your season. Is that correct? Correct. Give me a sense of what it's like to wrap it up under these circumstances. A big, long road trip and a lot of great teams waiting for you on the other side. Just tell me kind of what the competitive juices are flowing, how you're feeling about wrapping things up.
Well, we had a pretty good season, and I'm really pumped to play in this tournament.
So I think for us, we've been, this is our 6th tournament this year, and this is the high point for our season. We've been building towards this to play this level of competition, a lot of state champions and state representatives, and representing a country. It's very exciting for us. Everyone's known about this for many, many months, and this has been the day on the calendar for us, so we're excited.
I'm curious from both sides of the fence here, how you would describe what happens during that 26-week developmental journey that starts in the fall. That sounds like a lot, but it sounds like a lot of good comes from it. Tell me on both sides. You want to go?
Okay. So our secret sauce to our program is the skill development that we do for that 26 weeks. So a lot of programs in the U.S. and in Canada train as teams, where our focus is on corner infielders, middle infielders, catchers, pitchers, etc. With skill instructors that either play college ball or they play pro ball. And the focus is not to train as a team, but to train based off of general age groupings. So we're first the Pirate, we're second on the 11U team by way of example. Creates a family atmosphere, and the kids really are able to tailor their skills based off where their interest is and what they're good at. So Evan is a catcher and an outfielder. He's also done some work at second base, and so when he comes in, there's 5, 6, 7 days a week where he can grab different skill sessions to advance his toolbox. And Evan also is an elite goalie in another sport that Canada's famous for. So he intermixes both of those and generally does a sport every day of the week. So how do you feel about the 26 weeks of training? Did you like it?
Yes. Very fun.
Cool. Good answer.
Do you feel like you got to get better after the program and all that time?
Yes, sure.
And tell me a little bit about what the mentality and attitude of the team is.
Our team is really pumped coming into this tournament because, well, we've known this we knew we were going to this tournament for a very long time. It's a really good tournament, so really pumped to go into this tournament.
What's been your main focus during practice to get ready for this tournament? What did you guys really concentrate on?
Hitting and staying mentally focused.
In order for you guys to win the championship and take it back to Toronto, what are some things you're going to have to be really good at to accomplish that feat?
Well, our hitting is going to have to be really good and our heads are going to have to be in the game.
Coach, last question for you. Just talk a little bit about what it means to you personally and the players and family to be down here representing Canada, representing a club out of Canada, competing against teams from all over the U.S. in a historically popular facility out there in Scotland.
Look, a few years ago I joined up with one of our owners, Matt Baird, who plays some pro ball, and we were the first program in Canada to bring elite academy-oriented baseball down to this age level. So we took a big risk, and a lot of community programs laughed at us, saying we couldn't compete with the better American programs. This is year 2 for us in doing it, and I think we've had a big success. When I reached out to the program director here, Joe Santilli, and I said, Joe, the Motor City Hit Dogs out of Detroit, the Beaver Valley team out of Pittsburgh, said that we got to be down here. We went through an application process that reviewed how we train, what our objectives are, and how good we are, candidly. This is really exciting for us to have this introduction and opportunity to be here. Evan talked about a little bit about what we've been doing of late. We've been having a lot of success at other competitive tournaments. A week and a half ago, we were in Westfield, Indiana. We finished second in our round robin play against 20 other elite clubs, making it into the quarters. A lot of our teams here have had progression over the course of the summer, becoming more and more competitive, whether it's the very best club in Indiana or Illinois or wherever. And we think this is another good test for ourselves. We're not naive to think we're going to walk in here and run away with this. We're going to compete and understand where that bar is for us. And as we continue to evolve our development practices, we think over the years to come when we're back here, we're going to be walking away with the hardware at some point in time.
And Evan, what is your favorite part about playing for the Fieldhouse Pirates? What is your favorite part about playing for the Fieldhouse Pirates?
Going down to here and playing very competitive baseball instead of playing Canada and on a bad team.
And then what are you looking forward to most in this upcoming week? What are you looking forward to most in this upcoming week at this tournament?
Playing baseball.
Everybody, of course, wants to win when they get to this level, but what other goals your team and the organization have for this week?
I know it sounds kind of simple, but every ranking we get as a program or a club better than the 13th slot is a step ahead. We have no seeding coming into here. I think that we can be very competitive, and to show that to ourselves, I'm less concerned about how other programs think about us. I'm thinking about how we reflect on ourselves and have that confidence that we're a heck of a ball club top to bottom, 10 through 14U. And that becomes the benchmark for next year and the year after, etc. So we're looking just to put the first score up on the board, per se. And as this ball game plays out, get better and better and better.
Cameron.
Thank you, guys. Eleven's over here, please. 11.
Where's your backpack?
Oh, I gave it to Heather.
That is right there.
Is your bag?
Is that my watch?
Which one?
I think
That
it's
one?
this
Your
one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Triple Crown Sports, I want to thank the Dallas Tigers organization for making it down here to join us for the 2017 Triple Crown U.S. Club Nationals. Guys, thanks a ton for making your way all the way to Georgia. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
We are joined here by the Dallas Tigers 12U coach, head coach Will Calhoun. Also joining us up here is Carson Dean. Guys, thanks for being here.
Nice, thanks for coming out. Carson, what's this trip been like so far?
It's been fun, even though I've only been here for a day and a half. So it's been good.
What's this season been like for your team?
Well, I was out for half the season with a broken knee, so it's been good. The other half.
I would hope so. How do you think you've gotten better this year since you've been able to come back from the injury?
Well, to not take anything for granted because it could be taken away in a second. So, yeah.
Coach, how's your team performed this year?
You know, we started off with our new group of boys, so we had several new guys, and it was just coming together as a team, learning everybody's ins and outs, what they need to do to make the team successful. Everybody's got a job, so getting the boys to understand that it is a team effort, and if we don't play together as a team, it doesn't matter how talented you think you may be. You got to win. You got to play as a team.
You know, Texas is a hotbed for baseball, and I know a lot of teams come down there to Texas to play, but come to this tournament, you're coming and facing teams from really all across the United States and even Canada as well. What's this experience like for your team, do you think?
Well, I mean, it's another good opportunity to play against teams that preach the same things we do, really pride themselves on the development of the players, making sure we're getting better every day. But just to come down here and test ourselves against other clubs that say they preach the same thing, and we can show them how we do things down in Dallas.
What's been the one thing that's impressed you most about this team this year?
Willingness to fight. We have a lot of games where we may come out flat, but we never give in. We don't give teams an inch. You put us against the wall, we're gonna fight back. So really fighting for wins.
Coach, last year was the inaugural year of the U.S. Club Nationals. We had a few Dallas Tigers teams down here. Did they give you guys any advice, any kind of information on the event to properly prepare?
And we had several guys on the team come down last year, so it's just preaching the event, things that they saw that we needed to prepare for. The weather down here in Georgia is a little bit different, but learning how they run things and what to expect from other teams really kind of gives us a leg up to have expectations of what we need to do to be successful.
Carson, question for you. What is the attitude, mentality of the team right now coming into this week?
Just to play hard and play as a team and have fun.
Have fun and ball.
And what have you guys been focusing on in practice to get ready for East Cup?
All the little things, just working as a team, because it's a team sport, not a one-person sport.
Coach, just talk a little bit about what it means to you, to your team, to your families, to be representing Texas, Dallas metro area, the Tigers, and coming to East Cup, playing in this facility, playing against teams from all over the country. What does that mean to you guys?
It means a lot to have the pride and trust in the development of our program and of our team. To have the higher ups say that we're going to come down and represent the team. It does have an honor. We do have a big organization, so we got a lot of players. So to be chosen, it is an honor to come down here and play against the top clubs in the world and in the area, and really test our skills.
And Carson, what is it like, or what's your favorite part about playing for the Tigers organization?
Well, I like it because it's a big old organization, so everyone knows who you are. So like if they say your name,
they'll be like, oh, he plays for the Tigers, because it's such a big organization that everyone kind of knows each other throughout the organization.
And Coach, has your team lived up and to your expectations and met all the goals that you had set for them at the start of the year?
You know, they have, and that's something that I can shout out to all the boys on my team. You know, every day we work hard, getting better every day. They've gone above and beyond the things that I've asked. You know, focus, hustle, intensity are three things that we preach all day long. Never giving up an inch, never walking away from the game with any hesitations or regrets. Just really laying it all on the line, not having any regrets or taking things for granted, because baseball is such a gift. To learn that in an early age is huge. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and excited to see where these boys move on throughout the future.
You know, this is a little bit of a different event because it's not just everybody from your age group here, it's also all different age groups here. So you've got all different age groups from your organization here. What's that like, having that sort of camaraderie, that bond between all the teams from your group here?
You know, it is big, you know, and it's a true family, and that's what you want out of your organization. You want a group of boys that, no matter what their age, you got brothers in the club, you got a generational family throughout the club at different ages. You know, we have guys on the team have older brothers that are in this tournament too. So I mean, it's just really seeing the value and having that pride for guys that may be older than you, that are looking at you going, hey, I need you to do this for our club and for me and for us, and we're going to do the same thing for you. So just kind of having that support, knowing that you're coming down here as a group and competing, not just as an individual team, but as a club and as a large organization.
Everybody, of course, at this level wants to win the tournament, but other than that, what are your goals for the tournament?
I mean, like we say before every game, you know, having fun, winning ball games. I mean, if you're having fun, you're going to win ball games because you're going to play at your best, but getting better every day. As long as my boys are getting better, having fun, a win's a plus, but again, this isn't the end-all, be-all. I want to see all my boys play at the next level, so that's my goal, is pushing them to get the development that they need to be successful at the next level.
Yes, sir. Hey, who's got a water?
This guy hits.
Hey. Yeah, you're up here with me.
Yes, sir. How you doing? Nice to meet you, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Triple Crown Sports, I want to welcome you to the 2017 Triple Crown Sports U.S. Club Nationals. Thanks a lot for joining us, coming all the way from Dallas. It's the Dallas Patriots, and joining us up here right now is our 14U coach, Justin Unger, and also joining us is Carson Shepard. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys. Hi, guys. Thanks for making it down. How many more events after this?
We're planning on playing at least 2 more tournaments.
Okay. All right. So the chance to come over here and face this sort of varied competition on a very well-known facility. Just give me a little bit of sense of how that kind of gets the competitive juices going. I would imagine that you guys are really looking forward to this.
Yes, sir. Any coach, as you get with this age group, the biggest thing you want to do is challenge these guys every day. And the best thing you can do is put them against the best of the best and see what they can do to come out here and compete. We really train hard to play the game the right way, respectful, demand respect, so we got to go out there and do that. The biggest thing, we have fun, man. We go out there and we just grind with everybody and see what happens.
What's your take on what the event kind of gets going for you?
Well, I'm really a great competitor, so I just like competing against the best people. And if you fight against the best people, then you get more, well, not necessarily more reps, but you get better reps against better people to see what you're going to do next year and further on in life. And it just gets you pumped and ready to go.
This event, it's not like you guys are 14s out with a bunch of other 14s. You've got your own younger ones beneath you watching, and you guys kind of win for each other and play for each other in many respects. That's a little unique. Tell me a little bit about what that's like, and you guys are sort of mentors in this moment as well.
Yes, sir. As you play this game, we play one of the toughest games there is out there as a sport. And as we challenge ourselves, we like to challenge the little ones as well, and to teach us to learn. So the biggest thing I like for these guys to go out there and promote themselves, and promote the DP brand and the name on the back, and how they want little kids to look up to them. Because as much as whether you believe it or not, every little kid's watching. And that's what we pride ourselves on, these guys holding themselves the right way, carrying themselves the right way, showing true character when things aren't going right. And that's the biggest thing we want is to start that program from 8U, 9U, and continue that process all the way up. And as for this group, we get them ready for college and pro ball. We like to start that at 9U. We challenge every kid, every player to play it up a level, and it starts with these guys teaching them how to do that. So it's been a great experience having these guys help and for those little ones for us.
It's a big responsibility. How does that sit with you?
I think it's kind of fun because we get to kind of see where we were back then, how much we've improved, and how much we can help improve them. And just if we're working by ourselves or whatever, and younger teams working, we just go over there and help them. If we see something they're doing wrong, we just help them or whatever. It's just kind of fun for me.
Coach, was this team here last year, or is this you guys' first time that you saw playing in the U.S. Club Nationals?
This squad in general, it's their first time.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Last year was the inaugural year. We had a few Dallas Patriots teams down here. Did you guys talk to them at all, get some advice, get some information to kind of help prepare for what to expect down here?
Yes, sir. Actually, I was one of the coaches that came down here last year with the 10U squad, and we try to practice with different groups, and we try to communicate that as much. But the biggest thing they said is you go out there and you play your game. You get out here and you see all the top names and people hyping it up. And the challenge I like is go out there and you play your game against the best of the best, and you see what you do. I don't like to live up to that hype and say, oh, we got to do something special. I believe you play yourself every day. That's the biggest, I guess, advice that we kind of got was, go up there and be yourself every day and take advantage of every rep you get.
Carson, question for you. What are your expectations coming down here? What do you expect?
I expect us to win. We've been working very hard this whole season. And I just expect a couple wins out of us. Hopefully get farther in the tournament than we expect ourselves to. Hopefully have some things go our way and just win a game.
In order for you guys to win and to take home a championship back to Dallas, what are the things you're going to have to do real well to pull that off?
We're just going to have to execute what we're really supposed to do, and maybe do some things that are a little extra too. We're going to make some mistakes throughout the whole tournament, but as long as we just play our game and execute things that we're supposed to execute, we should be fine.
Last question for you, coaches. Talk about what it means to you, your team, your families to be able to come down here again and to represent the Patriots in the Dallas area and Texas, against some of the top other clubs from around the country. We'll talk about that a little bit.
Well, man, people from Texas are proud. We believe that we're one of the best states out there, and that's what we try to do. Is we try to represent that. Just being from Texas and being a true Texan, we try to come out here and represent that as best as possible. On the field stuff, that's very important to me. But the biggest thing I preach for these guys is your character off the field. How you carry yourself, how you present yourself, and then that role model that you can be. And so that's what we want to come down here and show everybody that. We're not just a bunch of country boys from Texas who come here and play baseball. We do it the right way. We'll match up with anybody.
Carson, what are some of the goals you set for yourself, and do you think you've achieved some of those goals throughout the season?
For myself, I just want to get better, try to make my high school team next year. I've worked on my swing a lot. It's improved a lot. But my dad, he's helped me a lot through this. He's helped me get my swing mechanics down, get my throwing mechanics down, helped me get more velocity, helped me get my swing faster, hit the ball harder. And I've achieved most of my goals. And the last goal I really have set is to do very well in this tournament. And we've worked after this whole year.
And then what's your favorite part about playing for the Dallas Patriots?
Just a lot of fun. The coaches are very young, so they kind of get where we're at, and they've been through it. And they just help us because they know they've been through it, and they help us get through what we're going through.
All right, thank you guys.
He got real nervous a little bit.
Guys, hold on. I need to get something.
Red? You guys are ready.
All right, welcome back here to our live coverage
You got to make sure and get real close.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. On behalf of Triple Crown Sports, I want to welcome you to the East Cobb Complex and welcome you also to the 2017 Triple Crown Sports U.S. Club Nationals. Thanks a ton for being here, coming all the way from Dallas. We've got the Dallas Patriots 10U coach, Parker Sheets. Also, sitting next to him is Luke Tanner, going to be asking a few questions. Guys, thanks for being here. Yeah.
All right, Coach, we'll start with you. This age group, it can't be just about beating them over the head about wins and losses. There's development and setting the right tone. What are some of the big priorities you've had for this team, and just broadly speaking, how you feel they've measured up to making that change to 10U, which is a little more demanding.
Right. The one thing that we've stressed all year is energy. As long as we have energy, we're all right. I've expressed to them over and over that they are 10. They're going to make mistakes. It's all about recovering from those mistakes. So as long as they can keep doing that, it's going to be successful.
Tell me a little bit about how you've improved and what you like more about the game from being a 9-year kid, but now that you've got a whole other year of baseball under your belt.
I think that moving up from 9 years now more competitive, and that makes it more fun as the game.
This event is a chance to see a lot of varied competition and some really good teams from all over the place. What does that do competitive-wise? You guys kind of looking pretty excited to get in there and see what you got?
Yeah, we play a lot of teams around Texas, and we're really excited to be playing other teams from around. So we have new competition.
Yeah, I mean, we came here last year. We knew coming into it this year that there was going to be a lot of competition from all over the country. So just to be able to have an invite to come out here is huge for us. To know that our team can compete at that level is a huge honor. And going out through this whole week, we know that we prepped ourselves the right way, and we know moving forward that we're going to have to play our A game. So.
It's getting kind of towards the end of the line for most seasons. How are you fighting off the dog days and the weariness that comes with it a little bit?
We know we're going to be playing as a team together next season, so we have that, and we're probably going to stay together.
Really a lot of energy drinks. I've been feeding them a lot of Monster, things like that. Now, towards the end of the season, after the beginning of the season, it's all about giving them what you're wanting them to learn, and then towards the end, it's kind of repetition. So, towards the end of the season, we kind of scale back on practices a little bit, maybe just focus on reps of the things that we already know. So it becomes easier towards the end of the season.
Luke, question for you: How has your guys' season been up to now?
I think we've come together really good. We've played. Wait, can I hear the question again, please?
How has your season been so far?
Good, because we've won a lot of games, and when we lose, we know we can work on it in practice and get better.
And what are some of those things you guys have been focusing on in practice to get ready for this tournament?
Don't give all our secrets.
We've been working on fielding in the plays that we haven't made well in the games. And we're working on that in practice.
What would you say is your expectations coming into this tournament for the team?
I think we're going to do pretty good as a team, and we're going to win.
And last question for you, coaches. Talk about what it means to you, to your players, to your parents, to be able to come down and play in this again and to represent Texas and the Dallas Patriots.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a great honor. Just like I said before, just knowing that we're one of those teams that are at that top level and can come out and compete against the best teams in the country is a huge honor. And it's a great honor to have these kids, especially these kids and these parents, these group of parents that have supported me as a coach and supported the organization all year. So just to be able to come here and with this group is unbelievable.
And Luke, what's it like for you to play in a program like the Dallas Patriots?
I'm really glad that I got into the Dallas Patriots because it's a fun experience as a baseball team, and the coaches teach us a lot.
And what are you looking forward to most in this week here at the U.S. Club Nationals?
I'm just excited to play different teams from other places.
He's just here so he doesn't get fined.
Boy, LT.
Thank you. Isaac. 12 you.
All right, folks, once again, on behalf of Triple Crown Sports, thank you guys for joining us here at the 2017 U.S. Club Nationals. We appreciate you making the way down here all the way from Texas. Thanks once again. Parker Sheets is going to be joining us with the 12U team from the Dallas Patriots. Also up here to answer some questions, Ike Edmondson. Guys, thanks for being here.
Sir, thank you.
All right, try to vary it up.
Just copy and paste my last name.
At 12U, you're kind of in between there. They're supposed to know a little bit, but there's still a lot to learn. What's been the biggest challenge, and then maybe the biggest satisfaction out of working with seeing this 12U group evolve?
I'd say the biggest challenge is, they're at that age where, they've been coached by a lot of different coaches, especially, a brand new team coming in this year. They've been coached by a lot of coaches, and being able to readjust to the way that I do things, or however you want to say it, just being able for them to readjust is probably the toughest issue. But the greatest satisfaction is that they're willing to learn. They're very coachable kids, and seeing them become a team that works together from only having 1 year together is absolutely amazing. So.
Why don't you walk me through what it felt like the first time you all got together, maybe mostly strangers, to today where you're a team that's playing in an event like this. What was it like at the start, and just tell me your sense of how it's improved and evolved.
At the start, there was several different groups that were sort of hanging together, and there's kind of group here, and no one really knew each other. And then as the season progressed, everyone started bonding together. We got a really strong team now, so I liked it at first. You know, I knew most of these kids because we played before, and once we bonded together, I knew all of them, and it was real fun and a real fun experience.
Let me get your perspective on what goes through your mind when you think about the competition you're going to face. This is no little snoozer tournament out in McKinney or whatever. You're going to have to really bring it. Tell me what kind of goes through your mind.
I think that we'll do pretty good. We're a strong team, and it's competition, so it's always fun having your competition.
Coach, this group may be a little greener than others, but coming into an event like this, what's your take on what they might be able to do?
Well, I mean, like I've been telling them all season, as long as they do work together and do the things that I know that they can do, and anybody's going to be nervous coming into a tournament this big with these many quality teams coming into it. But as long as they keep playing their game, I have full confidence that they're going to do well and represent the organization in the right way.
In order for you guys to take home the 12U championship this year, what are you going to have to do? What are some of the keys as a team you're going to have to be really, really good at?
We're going to have to bat really good. Our batting game's pretty good, but it can be much better. And we're going to have to stop every single ball that comes to us. No errors, no runs allowed to win.
What have you guys really been focusing on in practices to get ready for this tournament?
Just getting extra reps in, ground balls, simple plays, making the cuts and stuff like that, and just batting reps.
Coach, last question for you. Just talk about the challenges of coaching both the 10th and the 12th in the same tournament and kind of what that brings.
I'd say the hardest part about doing that is you can't be in two places at one time. So, but I know that the coaches that we brought along for this trip, Coach Justin Unger, Coach Tracy Holman, those guys, and myself, we're all going to be rovering around with both teams. And with the coaching staff that we have no problem going out there and everybody being comfortable with that. That's probably the biggest issue. Other than that, I mean, I put the game in their hands. It's their ball game, and I trust them to go out there and do what they need to do.
What are some of the goals that you set for, or that your team has set to start? Do you think you've accomplished a lot of those goals throughout the season?
I believe, yes, we've accomplished most of those goals. There's probably a few goals that we haven't accomplished yet, but most of those goals are, just getting better and winning tournaments.
Thank you, guys.